Now, when the winter comes, this hole here will be pretty fire. I usually always approach from that contralateral side and fish over. But a good time to prep yourself for late fall and early winter fishing is to kind of examine the holes when the water is lower. So I'll come over here and I'll kind of just take a look at what is on the ground, what I could get snagged to, what holes are deeper, because as this water rises, it might be difficult to kind of see the depth of the water. So if you have some sort of gauge from personal experience, you'll have a better chance of getting some fish. So I'm actually going to come underneath this tree and fish on the other side here, or check it out from the other side. There we go. So great spot for trout to kind of hang out underneath this tree here. I always thought that it was up against the ground, but there's actually about a foot below this tree, so that's good. And that's at the bottom, the base here, because here it is on the ground, so probably not a good spot for trout to hide under because they can't. All this time I thought it was up against the bank. I didn't know there was a separation here. Just kind of looking at the depth. Looks half decent. It's not incredibly deep, but it's not terribly shallow either. There's a couple little sunnies that darted out from underneath there. So I'll just kind of examine, because I always approach it from over there and fish on down. So what I did notice is right here you can sort of see the cloud of dirt, but you don't see clouds of dirt further down, which means that the tree trunk is up against the ground further down. But right here, how it's coming out from underneath the tree, because I was on that side, that means there's an undercut. So that's a good spot for trout to hide under. So when I go ahead and fish later in the winter, I know I can cast up here and drift it underneath, and there could be some cutout trout hanging in there. But what I'll do is I'll just kind of hang out here for a second or two and just kind of observe, because I probably spooked a couple fish, and the fish that I probably spooked are fall fish. But once the fall fish come back into their holding pattern, then I'll kind of know where the bug flow is flowing the best and get kind of an idea of where the fall fish, which are native, hang out, and trout usually are right there with them. There's also a runoff right here that's coming right in, so all the worms and all this stuff, the bugs that get caught into all these rocks, the runoff comes right down here and pushes all those bugs straight in through here. So it's probably a great spot for feeding as well during a rainstorm.